Well, howdy there, ma'am.
Howdy. How's it going?
Well, better now that I'm talking with you. Hi, pretty lady.
Hi.
So, first of all, to explain our little getup, it was your idea. Yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah,
just got back from California, so I was feeling a
loving
little
it.
Western
No, I
inspired.
love it. And you were like, let's do goth cowgirls. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. And then I was like, I don't even know what to say about that. So this is my version of that. It's yours is more authentic.
Oh, I love how you look. I love the different pieces you have. It's
Well,
beautiful.
thank you. Well, so okay, I know are a busy lady. You're a busy little bee, but thank you for being here on Vyxsin with Friends. So this is
Oh,
the name
thank
of the
you for
show. There
having
goes the hat. I'm going to keep putting that. I don't care. I don't care if I have to do it 27 times. It's going to keep happening. I'm just getting all ready. I'm in Alabama. I can use the accent. I know it's not the same as Western, but I can try. So this show, let's try it. The show is called Vyxsin with Friends, and you and I are friends. So just to start off, like, how are we friends? Like, how did we meet?
Oh my gosh. So, such a long story full of interesting experiences and lots of awesome people. So way back, when you were doing the Amazing Race with Kent and back in California, we had known each other through mutual friends. And I was so excited to meet you because I loved watching the Amazing Race. And obviously, I was rooting for your team. You have to go Team Goth, you know?
Right?
So it was really great to finally meet you in person and to continue being friends ever since.
Well, also, I'd like to add, if it's okay, that we're both from the Midwest.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Right?
spent quite a few years
We've
living
got some
there.
Chicago, like we both,
Yeah.
not Chicago connections, like, oh no.
Yeah.
We have some Chicago connect, but we do. But we also used to go dance together, right? That's something that we shared. Like we were
Yeah.
coworkers also, right? Like in a
Yeah, that
different
was
time, but we
really
were right in LA. Well,
yeah,
fun,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was a blast. Being able to like not only go dance, but to work at a place where you can really express yourself in terms of appearance. And you can have like, all different types of, looks and just it's like a different vibe. But it was a really great experience dancing with you.
It was. Well, and you helped me with my hair a couple times.
I did.
Like you
Yeah,
did. You were like, because you like have like mad talents and you were like, girl, I can help you. So it was fun. But yeah, and we have a lot of mutual friends and things. So, okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty because we only have a short amount of time with you. Busy as you are, doing what? You have 87 things on your, so you're a DJ, you're a model, you work in fashion. Like, talk to me. Like, tell me let's catch up, girl.
Yeah. So I actually just recently got back from the World Goth Day festival in San Francisco on the USS Hornet, which for those in our audience who don't know is like a giant aircraft carrier. Huge. Yeah. Like I got lost on it.
Yeah. Like epic. It's
yeah.
a floating city, right? Like those things are
is.
like a floating city. Is that fair to?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it was absolutely massive. And it was just kind of a really unique experience to DJ an event where literally, your DJ booth is next to like a helicopter. like, yeah. It was really fun. And Covenant headlined. They were really great. And all the vendors, just so much creativity and so many talented people. It was just a really great experience.
So, like, how did you get into the goth scene?
Oh boy,
that's a big one. That's a big open a can of vegan worms there.
Yeah, so this is kind of embarrassing. So when I was really young, I used to see people, just out and about, dressed in all black, wearing corsets, and even as like a young child, I just thought that looked so cool. But I didn't really know much about the music. But I assumed that goth people only listen to classical music.
Well, sometimes some do. That's fair.
But like, like my 7-year-old mind was like, oh, well, they dress like it's, the 1800s. They must just listen to like Mozart. So I ended up getting into it, going to a record store and looking, just when you're young, you just kind of look at albums for like what cover art looks cool. And I picked up the Sisters of Mercy Floodland. That was it.
Oh,
that
babe.
we were done.
You were
I was
done.
like,
That training wheels
this is
are
what
off.
goths.
Training wheels are off, right?
I was like, this is what goths listen to. I like this.
I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. I love
Yes.
that. That is so awesome. So and you work in fashion and you have like, by the way, for folks watching, we will put links below to Allie's fantastic adventures that she's on right now. But you like have so much going on. It's so exciting.
Yes. So, and on top of, doing like DJ tours, I also run my own monthly club night here in New York City and Brooklyn called Dark Decadence. And we just had our 1-year anniversary, which is super exciting. And it's just been a really, really great event to work with, and having guest DJs and performers. And it's really been nice to kind of help create like a safe space for all people to come together and be themselves and just enjoy good music.
I mean, and there it is. And that's one of the reasons I love goth so much. Also, right there with you. Like, to me, I always say it's the island misfit toys. It's like not one thing for people. It's not one political, religious, whatever ideology. No, it's just like a group of people coming together, having some fun through art and music and fashion and all kinds of neat stuff. So, right? Is that, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
In that way.
Yeah.
Even if your friends who are supposed to love you make you dress up like some sort of cowgirl that you don't. Even if people throw you under the bus and they're like, "Yeehaw, Alabama." Good luck with that one. I was pawing through my stuff like in the last minute. I was like, what do I even have that would possibly fit the bill for this thought?
I love it. You have like this Western Stevie Nicks thing going on. It's fantastic.
I love that. And the hats, I was telling you earlier, the hats from the 50s. So the last woman who wore this, we're talking a 70-year-old head. So cool. Bless her, whoever she was. I'm glad that I found her in a thrift store. So I would love to ask you about your inspirations when you're DJing, because there's so many different types of goth DJs. Can you share definitely. With me what makes you excited about goth music? You mentioned Covenant, they're amazing. I've had a chance to meet them. They're so cool. But I'd love to hear who do you draw from?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I think the most important thing, at least for me when I'm DJing, is to read the crowd, and then also play music if there is, like a live act, to kind of play, genres in compatibility with that. But my absolute favorite thing to spin, and what really gets me going, is playing new music and bringing new artists or even older artists that aren't played as much but are really good. And exposing people to new music, because as much as we love, Susie, Cities and Dust, there's only so many.
I wasn't listening to that this morning at breakfast. I wasn't, Allie. No, I was listening to something different. Literally, I mean, we love it, but you're right. There's so much new. No, you're right. It's well, I think that's a thing that people. It's a misconception maybe about goth, is that I'm afraid this thing's going to fly off my head again. But that's, I think, a common misconception about goth, is that it's this thing from the 80s that is dead. No. It is really vibrant. I'm sorry, we're goth. We never die. People who don't know, the rumors are true.
It is true.
But it's a constant evolution, right? And that's what makes it fun, right? There's callbacks to the past, but also fresh new artists coming out all the time, visually, fashion, creative, there's so much going on. Yeah. It's never really gone away. I think that people think totally. That's I was just talking to my friend the other day, and she was at We've Got a Truffin. So, right. And they're just there's a gazillion people in Leipzig running around, maybe in other countries they get it more, but yeah, the coasts are probably the homelands of the scene, but it's everywhere. I did goth night in Alaska. You know,
Yeah.
like there's like stuff going on all over the place, and I think that that's really exciting, right? Like,
Yeah, it's great. And to see people of like all ages, like, people that are in their 60s, 70s showing up to events, young people, like little, like younger kids getting into it.
Baby
It's
Beth.
just, it really,
Or baby
yeah,
Beth,
like it transcends, it's just cool to see that, and that's also one of the fun things about doing like DJ tours and running different nights is that, you get to like see, the community really kind of come together, and it's cool.
Well, and I think it's a little different than some other types of scenes in so much as you don't really have to age out of it. Like, and I think that everybody's taking notes from other eras of our scene and sort of like making it their own. Or having friends tell them to dress up like a cowgirl. Friends who work in fashion. Friends who work in fashion in New York City being like, it would be really funny. I'll tell you. I have this friend. And I'm gonna just throw. Okay, so I know time is short. I have a quiz. Would you take the quiz with me?
Yes, let's do it.
So it's called the Vix quiz. Now I ask everyone if they want questions in advance. You said no. So here we go. We're on the fly. Yes?
All right.
Like so I've got to put it to look out. I'm gonna put on my librarian glasses. By the way, anyone who's librarian, I love you. Anyone who's anti-librarian, go second. Okay, here we go. There's the hat. Oh, come on, man. No. Stay on, little hat. Come on. I'm going to see this thing through. I'm going to ride this wave right into the beach. That hat is staying on. I committed to this. When you commit to something, it's like commit to cause. Let's go. All right, here we go.
All right.
Are you ready, my darling?
Yes.
Okay. What moment or moments in your life make you feel the most alive, vibrant, full of vim, vigor, and moxie?
You know what? I'm going to say something.
I felt right saying Moxie with the head on. She would have liked.
I love it.
All right, let me hear you. I was trying to give you a moment to think because I know
it's funny because like some things I just know, and you can relate to this one, okay? But traveling, meeting new people, having new experiences, understanding different places outside of your own comfort zone. And considering how much traveling you've done, I'm sure that
I did before I was on the thing, but I was on The Amazing Race. If people don't, it's a show. I was on it twice. We won the Emmy both times. I mean, not to whatever, but we did.
Well, you're the best team, so.
No, but what I was going to say, we never learned how to put on hats on the show. I'll tell you that, darn. No, what I was going to say is that before that, my dad was in the army. So we moved all the time. So like I lived in Germany, but we moved. So I agree with you on the travel one. I'm going to go ahead and say there's no wrong answers, but that was a good one. If you had said something else, it would have been wrong. But that one was great. Okie dokie. If you had your preference, would you rather spend your time indoors or outdoors?
Do we get to take in like geographic location on this one?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, sure.
Because New York winter, I'm gonna go indoors, full stop. I'm
the opposite because I come from the land of the ice and snow. I'd be out there all over the place.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna go indoors.
Let's say you're a place where you feel real like at home and stuff and happy. Indoors or outdoors?
Okay. Then outdoors, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you actually spend most of your life in the real world?
At work.
So indoors, probably a lot of it. It's so funny because everybody that I've asked this of, and it's a wide range of folks, right? Everybody's like, oh, I'd rather be outdoors. Where do you spend your time? Indoors.
Indoors, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and it would be the same for me too. That's not a judgment. That's a truth. Throw it. I like to fling when I'm done with something.
All right,
fling it. Here we go. If you could, and I know you're always, every time I try to reach you, you're like, I'm here and there. But if you could travel anywhere in the world, money is no object. Anywhere in the world, where are you going?
Wow. That is actually kind of a tough question. I have kind of been like into Malta recently. It's just I'm really into like historical like architecture.
No. Say something.
I'm going with Malta. I would love to go to the
but
island
Malta
of Malta.
now. Great, awesome. If you could travel when in time, when would you go? That's
Like
in
in the
history.
future?
No. I was trying to like catch up with you on the history thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
If I could go back to any time,
Yeah, like it could be Malta, like back because you were trying to go with the historical significance of that place and how and the neat history of it. So like, I was just trying to kind of like hold
you
you
know
up.
what? I don't want to sound super lame, but probably like the 1990s.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, there wasn't really a lot going on then, so
In Malta or in general?
yeah. Like, I mean, like air travel was a thing. I mean, the 90s were, an okay decade.
I'm not gonna argue that. I think that's like there's no wrong answers. That's a good one. Again, I wasn't trying to freeze you out on Malta in historical times. I just knew the next question ahead of you. That's one of the fun things that comes of having the questions in advance. Okay, now you've had an awesome life. If you had some doggo, please. You've had an awesome life, okay? So like if you had any advice to someone, something to aspire to, because you've had a successful and interesting journey. Right?
Yeah,
I would say I would go, you're on the show, so.
Well,
woman, hat. Apparently, my journey hasn't involved learning how to wear a hat. I told you I'm not a hat wearer. I don't care. I'm going to just keep sticking it back on my mouth. Okay, but seriously, something to aspire to. Like if you could talk to like a little one or anyone and just say, you know what I've learned is reach for what, in your opinion?
I would say don't be afraid. Don't ever let fear of failure hold you back. And if you want to do something bad enough, you can make that happen.
I really like that. That's really good. Now, if you have advice of something to avoid, whatever you do, besides wearing this dumb flippin' hat because your silly friend said, okay, and you listen to her, your fashion friend. I can't even see. I don't even know what I'm doing here with this flippin' thing. All right, let's just say if you had something to tell someone, recommend to avoid. So we did aspire. How about something to avoid?
People that don't make you feel good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get real here. If someone doesn't make you feel good or makes you doubt yourself or feel sad or worry all the time,
kick them to the curb.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
Don't be afraid to do that. I think that's something like, at least for me, we talked about our Midwestern sort of, and I'm not trying to blame the Midwest or blame being a woman, but I feel like I sort of feel like the need to make everybody feel good sometimes. So just giving yourself the freedom is what I'm hearing from you. Giving yourself the freedom to just say, yeah, I don't need that. I like that.
Yeah,
that's good advice. Totally. Like if your friend tells you to wear a dumb hat. Sure. Okay, let's say that somebody harmed you. Intentionally or unintentionally, they harmed you. How can they make it up to you?
I think a sincere apology really goes a long way. Just having the capacity to like listen and offer a sincere apology really, would mean a lot.
Yeah. The reason, may I tell you why I asked that question, is because I feel like conflict resolution is something that people struggle with, like personally and internationally. And so it's just like, let's figure out like, how do we, like, if we have a problem, how do we resolve it? So that's why I asked that question, because it's like a deeper question.
A good question.
It is good. No, it's not. Last one. Ready? Okay, lovely lady. You're a human most of the time. So let me just tell you, you cannot live on land. Would you prefer to be under the water or up in the sky? Where would you feel the most at home?
Oh, up in the sky. Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll be flying around. Yeah, I have like an irrational fear of like large bodies of water. I forget what that phobia is called, but no, that's not for me.
Aquaphobia? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I have aquaphobia.
So
yeah, I'll be a bird.
You'd feel happier just being like up in the clouds.
Yeah,
and
like
you don't
I'm
even
fine
have to
with
stop.
heights.
You could go into the galaxies. You'd be free to do whatever you wish.
Oh yeah,
in this world, there are no limits. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna throw. I love throwing. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so happy we finally were able to make this work out. I really appreciate you as an artist and a musician, like DJ. You know, I mean, there's like, I go through your stuff and I'm like, well, she does this. And so real quick, again, you do fashion in New York City, which I'm sorry, but for the rest of us who don't live in New York City and clearly don't do fashion, that's like a real neat thing. That's like really cool. Like, it's like, oh, it's fashion in New York City. And you DJ and you travel and you're a model. I mean, you have like worlds of things that are so beautiful about you. And we're going to share the links of those below. So you'll send me later. We'll send it.
Yes, I certainly will.
All right. Thank you. So to sign off, I would love to say thank you for your time and appearing on Vyxsin with Friends, because you are my friend. We've been through a lot. We actually know a lot of people in common. We've been through a lot together in a very pivotal point in our lives.
Yes.
I'm so grateful that you made a little square of time for us to share your story with us. Thank you, Ali Shiver.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vixen, for having me, and I wish you the best.
Thank you, and love and hugs to you and everyone you care about.
Love and hugs to you.
Bye.
Thank you, Vixen.
Yeehaw! Woo! Get you all on out of here! Woo!
Giddy up!
oh! I'm supposed to show you. I forgot. These are my cowboy boots. I gotta get them in the camera. Betty, hold on. Look.
Oh, I love them.
Well, I thought, yippee-ki-yay, MF.
Look up at the...
Woo!
So cute.
Woo! I've been wearing these the whole time. I forgot. He was like, show her them.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, so, woohoo!
Thank you all so very much for joining us this evening. We hope you had as fantastic of a time as we did. If you enjoyed what you saw, please feel free to press the like and subscribe buttons below and leave a comment. If you're feeling up to that, we'd love to hear what you have to say. Also, if you want some more information about our featured guest, their links will also be posted below. Feel free to pay them a visit as well. Take care, have a beautiful rest of your day, and until the next installment of Vyxsin with Friends, don't forget, stay spooky.